Hey everyone, look at you. You actually found your way here without a GPS. That's fun. That's a sailor joke. Anyways, give yourselves a pat on the back. You're all legends. Absolutely. I'm Rick. I'm just an old fart who thought it was a brilliant idea to build a boat in his own backyard. Well, guess what? I'm not the only one with a few shackles loose around here. My equally off-the-rail wife, Lori, has been poking, prodding, and basically enabling this entire crazy venture. So stick around because we got another thrilling, exciting project this week. We're making some handrails for the cabin tops on our boat, the forward cabin and the main cabin top. Remember, shipmates, first rule is one hand for you on the boat and the other hand for the first mate. Anyways, let's get a grip on this, shall we? Come on, let's go.
This project starts off like most of my projects, milling down some of our rough cut lumber. This is white oak, and I've had it for quite a while, probably 10-12 years. And I believe it sat in a guy's barn for another 30 years before that. So it's well seasoned, it's dry as a bone. And this particular piece was full of worms or something, and you can see the white dust coming off of it. It's just what's left of the wood being pulverized by the planer. The yield of useful wood from this plank is not going to be very high. I've got to trim off the worm-eaten wood, and I'm only going to get one or two of my handrails out of this piece, but that's the way it is. And luckily, I only have one piece that's affected by this, so it's all good. Anybody who's followed along on our Facebook page will have seen pictures of this particular little project come together, but I just had a vision in my mind of what I wanted to make. I had virtually no idea as to size and proportions and all that other stuff, so you can notice there's some high-tech layout tools being used here, and this is a very large tongue depressor. I think it's about almost 11 inches long and 1 inch wide. And that seemed to be maybe ideal for the gap in the handrails. So you'll see me use this as we go down the board and lay out what will eventually be the handrails for our boat. This first grab rail that I'm making is a prototype. It's going to allow me to figure out spacing and length and the size of the actual part of the handrail that you'll wrap your hand around, and we're going to go through the process a few times. These are for the forward cabin. They're a little bit longer, and when I went to cut the timber for the grab rails that will go on the cabin roof, I cut them too short, so you'll see they're a slightly different design and a little bit smaller. So here I'm cutting out the void part where your fingers will go on the grab rail, and this white oak is pretty tough stuff. It's a 1 inch hole saw, and I'll open up the entire gap using the jigsaw, which with a proper blade really rips through this white oak pretty quick. Being the first prototype, working through this one sort of grab handle at a time, I'm still figuring out spacing and all that other kind of stuff, and it's coming together pretty well. And once I get on to producing the 6 other or 7 other grab rails, we'll do them one step at a time. We'll lay them all out, we'll drill them all, and then we'll cut them out. This should give you a sense of just how tough this white oak is. I mean, this is a bimetal blade, which I guess means it cuts metal and wood. But I found out later on that if you get your pilot hole in the correct place, the hole saw will come out through the side of the work and clear the dust a lot easier. I rounded over the sharp edges with my little cordless router here, and that worked okay. But you'll see later on I switched to my new router table, which made things a lot easier. I really love this new router table. It's so much better than the old one. And again, I'm doing a round over on the top of the grab rails. Now, I didn't have the bit set to the proper height, and that's one of the reasons I made this prototype. And I've refined the process, and you'll see that in some of the subsequent hand grab rails that I make. And this certainly made life a lot easier. One of the reasons I bought the new router table was it gave me the ability to adjust the height of the cutting bit from the top, and it's easy to do here. You just insert a hex key down through a hole, and that engages with the router and allows you to crank it up and down and make not micro adjustments, but pretty fine adjustments for the home gamer. This is pretty good. This is one of the shorter grab rails that will go on the main cabin top, and I've got the router table dialed in. I've got the bit height set to where I want it, and it took no time to go through the 6 grab rails and get the roundovers done. In order to round over the underside of the grab rails, I had to take the fence off, and you can see the little bearing on the top of the bit, and this is what guides the blade through the work surface. You have to be very careful for a couple of reasons doing this. One, you want to make sure you keep your fingers away from the cutter head, and two, you want to pay some attention to the direction that the blade is cutting. And as you get down near the shallow ends at the where the base will mount to the cabin top, you got to be careful you don't go too fast, don't get too aggressive, because you can blow out the end grain very easily. Ask me how I know. Once you get everything dialed in, the process seems to go a lot faster, and I whipped through the uh, 6 grab rails for the main cabin top in probably under an hour, which is pretty good. Not mass production, but it's alright. I've put some photographs of the results at the end of this video. Have a look at it. Let me know what you think. And we're going to leave this video off for here for now. So from Lori and I, we'd like to thank you for spending some of your precious time watching our videos. Stay happy. Cheers, folks.